If autonomy is where you're headed, then it's time we question if it makes sense to look at how we're still thinking about the customer journey. Take the marketing funnel. It was built for a world where customers followed a clear, linear path. So the big question is, if the funnel no longer reflects reality, what does? To unpack that, we have with us Arvinder Kaur, our marketing vice president. Arvinder is a seasoned and award winning strategist with a career spanning over 30 years at industry titans like Capgemini, IBM, Intel, and Idea Cellular. Adept at CX transformation, marketing strategy, brand positioning, and digital campaigns, she crafts multi channel marketing initiatives to support sales and foster client advocacy. Over to you, Arvinder.
Hello, everyone. I'm here to talk about a question many CMOs are asking. Is the marketing funnel really dead, or is it simply evolving, powered by AI? For decades, marketing funnel embodied our understanding of how consumers make decisions. It was neat, predictable, and comfortably linear from awareness to purchase. But today's customer journey is zigzag across channels, and prospects make decisions in unpredictable, fragmented ways. AI agents have become the new middlemen, compressing or bypassing awareness and consultation stages, often delivering answers and recommendations without the prospect ever touching your digital assets or traditional assets or even visiting your website. As a result, modern marketing measures have evolved to address the complexity of today's customer journey, and marketers have begun to use a mix of multi-channel attribution models and AI-driven analytics to follow the customers throughout their lifecycle. So, the phrase "death of the marketing funnel" is part truth and part a hype, but mostly it signals a shift rather than a complete end. Boston Consulting Group describes this not as death, but transformation that is pushing marketers to provide tech-enhanced consumer experiences. Now, let me share with you my perspective on this. The traditional marketing funnel, from awareness to consideration to decision and finally loyalty stages, is becoming less linear and less useful in today's world because, firstly, the buyers do their own research across multiple fragmented channels beforehand or in advance of making their final purchase decision. Secondly, the decisions made are by the buying groups, not one individual. We have observed that in B2B, decisions are now involving 6 or even up to 10 stakeholders, including the CTOs, the CMOs, the legal people, and even CEOs at times, and not just one channel. Thirdly, the customer journeys are non-linear. They start, stop in random order and are heavily influenced by peer reviews or social media channels, etc. Fourth reason, the customer interactions occur off-site. And by that, I mean inside chat assistants. I have read that 60% of searches nowadays end with a zero click. That is, decisions are made by AI interfaces like ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Gemini before brands are even aware. So let me shed some more light on the new ways marketing effectiveness is being measured in today's age of AI. I'll focus on 5 parameters here. The first one, marketing is focused on entire buying group engagement and not just individual needs. For reference, AI tools like 6sense or demand-based, which are very often used for account-based marketing, can track collective account activity rather than relying on a single lead's journey. The AI tools track interactions across multiple roles within the same organization to signal when clients are ready to engage or buy. And therefore, these tools are able to scientifically help marketers in tracking revenue, relationship, and reputation, one of the 3 key pillars of account-based marketing. Example to quote here would be marketing tracks engagement across various roles in an organization. Let's say the CTO of an organization reads a white paper, the CMO attends a webinar, the analyst downloads a data sheet, the technology head explores an online ROI calculator for software. All of this collectively showing the buying interest of the organization. The second parameter, instead of counting just marketing qualified leads, MQLs, as all of us know, AI is helping attribute sales revenue to multiple marketing touchpoints and not just the first or the last click. Now, marketing influence is tracked not merely by net new MQL generation, but the total sales deal value generated by marketing, nurturing the deal, thus resulting in higher revenue contribution. Let me take an example. A buyer reads a blog, clicks on retargeting ad, then responds to a mail, and finally to a SDR's telecall or a LinkedIn reach out. AI ties all of these together to the final deal, and marketing proves ROI beyond just the form fills. In another scenario, let's take one more. A seller has converted an MQL into an SQL. Marketing continues to nurture that deal and communicate the value of the social solution in consideration in totality to the product, to the prospector, and therefore motivating the buyer to purchase the full stack rather than the point product. Isn't that wonderful? The third parameter, marketing is leveraging smart AI tools to capture intent signals online to forecast the next probable action of the prospect, understand deep behavioral insights, just not the demographics, much more than that, and create campaign scenario models. All of this leading to setup of a robust lead scoring system. In other words, rather than waiting for form fills online on your website, marketers are now using AI to detect buying intent and decide their moves based on that. We at Grazity have been successfully using ZoomInfo and Conzo, one of these two tools combination to achieve this. An example I can think of over here is we observe rising traffic on our website for the knowledge management AI agent. What happens next? My marketing team instantly personalizes outreach over LinkedIn and email in-mails to these prospects, and this personalization helps us deliver better results. Fourth parameter, AI is helping model probable non-linear customer journeys, triggering marketing to use content and touch points based on behavior and not the buying stage. Example in point here is AI notices a prospect binge reading on technical docs on their website. It recommends a product deep dive demo rather than an awareness video. Therefore, marketing is more successful and better. The fifth and the last point, a parameter let me state over here, is marketing is using AI tools to measure how individual content pieces contribute to the pipeline and decide on the content syndication or Google Ads strategies that we adopt. Again, citing an example here, solution page viewed before the deals close in 65% of opportunities found by a research states that AI identifies that as a high impact assets, which leads to the marketing team to boost its visibility. Another example, an ROI calculator used by a CTO or a CIO before deciding the purchase of a new software tool, which speeds the opportunity closure by 60 days or advances it by 60 days. Obviously, marketing considers that as a high value asset and starts pushing that towards Google Ads. Let me take a 2-minute pause here and hope you're in sync with my points. We can safely say marketing is shifting from funnel-driven tactics to signal-driven orchestration powered by AI. AI that reads buying intent in real time, AI that personalizes touchpoints at scale, AI that measures impact across the entire life cycle, and AI that enables closed loop alignment of marketing with sales and customer success team. So, is the marketing funnel dead? No, but it's certainly been flattened. It's looped, it's multi-threaded, and it's powered by signals, not assumptions. My dear fellow marketers and industry colleagues, Let's lead this change. The future belongs to marketers who move beyond the funnel, measuring, learning, and orchestrating for impact in the age of AI. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed all this.
Thanks so much, Arvinder, for that thoughtful and eye-opening session. It's clear the way we think about customer journeys needs to evolve, and fast. You've given us plenty to reflect on.